Okay, so here we go. We should be live now. Now, this is about the Aries full moon that we've just gone through. 4:20 a.m. last night, Los Angeles time, is when the moon went completely full. It's now, and that would be at 6 degrees Aries, which is, now it's 14 degrees Aries. As you see here, the moon is moving this way. The moon moves counterclockwise around the zodiac, as do all the planets. They move this way. Or, I'm sorry, the moon precesses this way, but the planets move this way. The planets rotate clockwise every day this way, but then they precess the other way. So the moon precesses backwards as she makes her monthly march across the zodiac. So if this is 0 degrees Aries here, then this was 6 degrees Aries. That was the full moon, and now the moon has moved 8 degrees into Aries, so it's right smack dab in the middle of Aries. It's creating a opposition with Mars and the Sun currently. So these are tense aspects, as is this Mars squaring Pluto. This is also a tense aspect that I've myself have felt the last couple days coming on. Usually this aspect, it makes you, it's an intense energy. I was born with Mars opposite Pluto, which is even more intense than the square, in my opinion, because it's Saturnian cold and dry energy versus the Mars hot and dry energy. It makes you very assertive to, be aggressive in your ambitions. And if there's something blocking you from wanting to release that aggressiveness, it can lead to a lot of anger and resentment. So there's a tendency for there to be kind of outbursts, and that plays into, you should follow those impulses to throw yourself into a project that maybe you haven't finished, or something that's been hanging over you for a while. You just need to see it through. A goal of yours, if you're hung up on it and you haven't completed it, something's going to come inside you, and you're going to feel there's a lot of tension, inner tension. Because Pluto is this transformative force, this influential force, and he's in this square relationship, and it'll be like this way for the next, the next few days, weeks. I don't know exactly how long this square is going to last. But once Mars moves through into Scorpio, the square will dissipate. But the next couple of days, next week or so, this tense aspect is going to be going on. Now you see, this plays into Mars is the ruler of Aries, so you have to look at the ruler of the sign the moon is moving through to see how this full moon energy is going to play out in the rest of the chart. So just a few more notes while I'm here on this page about this Pluto squaring Mars, because I think it's a newly minted aspect that's come in. And one of the key things is it's going to make you want, it's going to give us this stronger ambition to succeed. And I felt this in my life, where I was kind of stagnant, with making videos and just unsure of my career focus. Where am I putting my energy into? Which avenue, which goal am I going after? Because I have the MC in Gemini, and the MC in Gemini, I have multiple interests, multiple careers kind of juggling at the same time. And I was kind of stagnant, not really putting a lot of energy into the right areas, and it was giving me tension. But at the same time, we're gonna want. So what I was doing was I was rewriting resumes. I was doing all this kind of stuff because I had this crazy urge to do that, to show, to assert my dominance, to show that I'm worth something. That's what was going on inside, and I had to send it out, and I sent all these resumes out. And this is a prior career that I had that I kind of have some interest in reopening, but I really don't think that it's meant to be, but I still went through that process of doing that, of reasserting myself from this prior career. And whatever comes from it, I don't know, but I still did it. And that energy that I felt, it's because of, in my opinion, this Pluto-Mars relationship. But anyway, let's get back to this chart here to show what else is going on in this crazy full moon that we have. I was born in Aries, so I was born in 6 degrees Aries, like I said, and I was born in 4 degrees Aries. So when the moon transits Aries, I feel it. There's this powerful alignment going on, not only because the moon is in Aries, but I was born when the sun was in the 7th house of Libra. So we're in Libra. Every full moon, I'm going to feel bang on. I'm going to feel good. This intense, kind of impulsive energy, this aggressive energy, it really kind of wakens me up, because I am an Aries, but I'm also a Virgo rising, and my sun is opposite my ascendant. So I can come off very earthy to people, and they might not see the Aries side of me. But during this full moon transit, the Aries comes out. It really hits me because the moon is directly, well, in this full moon, the moon was at 6 degrees during the official 100-degree opposition, and my natal sun was at 4 degrees Aries. So there you go. But yeah, this is this full moon it's always a hot one, because again, it's that Aries cardinal fire energy. This kind of go after what you want. Don't think about it. That's the Aries moon. The Aries moon is very impulsive with their emotions, very aggressive, hot-headed, argumentative. But since we're in Libra, you have this Libra balanced, keeping the peace energy going on. And with Mars in Libra opposing the moon, you see that there's this I and we tension going on, because the moon is in the head, and Mars and the sun are in, I guess in the kidneys. But that's with the body. But the point being is that this is others, and this is you, the self. The self versus others. So relationships will kind of be slightly at odds. And with Mars working his way through Libra, it's already bringing this kind of aggressiveness to relationships, but also a lot of action, assertiveness, you know? And then you still have Venus working her way through Leo. So, but Venus being opposite Saturn here, this is kind of bringing somewhat restriction. Saturn is restricting, you know? So he can bring a coldness. He's bringing a coldness over relationships, a distance. Saturn rules the opposition. You see, Saturn is opposite Venus. So we might be feeling kind of distant in our love lives at the moment. And this Mars, you see, Mars rules Aries, and it's opposite. It's opposite the moon. So this is aggressive. There's an aggressive feeling in the air with others. And that's going to affect your mood, because the moon is about your mood and your emotions and your reactive nature. And then we got, Uranus is squaring Venus. This is bringing excitement into relationships. It's trying to awaken this cold feeling that Saturn's bringing across the way here. And let's not forget, all these planets are retrograde. Retrograde. Freaking Neptune's retrograde. Saturn is retrograde until next year. Pluto's retrograde. Thank God Venus is not, and thank God Mercury is not. But again, the retrogrades are meant to teach us lessons. Make us go back and rethink stuff. But this Jupiter, I've talked about this a lot, this Jupiter squaring Venus, it brings excess and indulgence into life in general. Overdoing things. I've been really going hard at the gym. Here's a prime example of, in my opinion, either this Mars-Pluto square, where you're more assertive and you're more aggressive in your goals. See, Mars rules Aries. The moon is in Aries. And so is the North Node. And so is Chiron. So there's all this self energy, the body, the self. And see, Mars rules Aries. And he's opposing this moon. But anyway, don't want to make this too long, but that's what's going on. I mean, I think it was a powerful full moon transit. I think when the moon transits fire signs in the full moon, there's always this energetic feeling. But see, this is more in the head, because Aries is the head, Leo is the heart, and then Sagittarius is the hips. And this is more assertive, go. When you think Aries, you think go. Just go do it. Don't think about it. Just dive head first. Dive head first into the new relationship. Whatever else is telling you, you just want to dive head first. Just ram ram your head into it. That's what Aries is. It's you're the baby of this. We're the babies of the zodiac, and we don't think before we speak. Sometimes we're very gullible, and that's that energy that's going on right now. So, just trying to think of anything else I could think of right now. This is all kind of off the top of my head. Nothing planned. I just wanted to make a video. I mean, there's so much going on always with the aspects, but I always like to highlight the red tense aspects because that's where you see growth. The blue are harmonious aspects. Not that they're not fun to talk about, but the red denotes action and obstacles and growth and challenges. To me, that's more exciting. I mean, I was born with a lot of red in my chart. So when challenges come, great growth comes. But this is an interesting, the moon opposite Mars and Sun right now. It's, just to go back here and show you the moon opposite. I love using this guy's. I must have read his descriptions countless times. Jamie out of Australia. But this moon opposite Mars, I relate to this because I was born with moon conjunct Mars, and it's similar. Anytime you have a red conjunction, or it just means it's a conjunction, an opposition, or a square. Anything red, it's going to make you, with the moon and Mars, passionate. So there's a lot of passion and emotion right now. Fighting spirit, especially with the moon in Aries already. So Mars being the ruler of Aries opposite the moon in Aries, there's a competitive, wanting to win attitude going on right now. More than other times, more now. And again, he says you take the shortest route to get to what you want. That's Aries energy. Take the shortcut. Just go. Quick. Be as quick as you can to get there. Be the leader out of the gate. And it's a short temper. You want to get what you want. You don't get it? You're so competitive, it could put you in a bad mood. Now, I've kind of been in a bad mood the last couple days because I'm Aries. Like, not that I've been aggressive. I mean, because see, I was born with the sun in the 7th house, so I'm a keeping the peace kind of guy. But when you get to my core, I can be argumentative, but in a very peaceful, loving, and peacekeeping, diplomatic way. But I've been in a bad mood. But you see, I was born with the moon opposite, the moon opposite Pluto, and Mars opposite Pluto, and the Mars is currently opposite the moon, currently squaring Pluto. These are similar energies, oppositions, conjunctions, and squares. Challenges. The conjunction is more of a blending, the blending of the energies together, but it's still challenging because they're fused as one. But yeah, that Mars, what's going on right now, you just want to win. And if you're whenever you do, you just want to win. You want to assert yourself. So this Mars opposite moon mixed with Mars squaring Pluto has made me want to assert myself in other things. I have a writing project I'm trying to push out. I was sending all these resumes out to see if anything would stick. It's like I just had to assert myself. I wanted to show my worth and prove my worth. It's passion. I was very passionate when I was doing in writing a resume. A lot of drive, inner drive. But it comes at a price. Maybe relationships suffer because of that drive. And that ties into Mars in Libra, which we're in. Mars in Libra, which we are in. Assertiveness, goals, aggressiveness. But you see, you got this trine with Saturn, and this Saturn is the career, so that this brings a little bit of harmony into that. But there's still going to be this aggressive assertiveness in Libra, the house of marriages and partnerships. So that's that. That's the full moon in Aries energy happening right now. And you see, as the moon moves closer to get conjunct Chiron, which is healing, self-healing. A lot of people are really going to be focused on healing the self, yourself, whatever that means to you. And again, this is opposing others, self, others. But Mars is in the others. But you see, Mars rules Aries, like I've been saying. So it's an interesting combination here. These opposing forces at work. And then the North Node is kind of like your destiny, like your purpose. Our collective purpose is self-healing. Working on the self. Whatever that means. It can mean anything. But with the moon, where you feel most at home, your reactive nature transiting these two guys right here, that's, don't be surprised if you want to do some self work, maybe some things that benefit you away from others. If that means isolating yourself in some way, meditation, I think that could be something that most people will slide into the next day or so. Well, you're just going to want to feel, okay, let's just calm down and it's that contradictory energy always going on. But in general, this is impulsive, energetic energy. And I'm going to end it there. That's the full moon in Aries for September 29th, 2023.